Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes we will be starting this morning's ceremony to celebrate the graduates from Regent's University London. I am Dominic Laffey, Master of Ceremonies, and I have the honour of guiding you through today's ceremony. Graduands, at the appointed time, from your seat, line up as directed by the ushers, hand in your card to one of my colleagues who will be standing there. When your name is read out, walk to the centre of the stage, doff your cap to the Chancellor, who will be standing in the gap in the middle, and then progress on to your Director of Content or Course Leader, who will have the scroll. If you want the scroll, put your hand out, then turn to face the photographer for the Instagram moment. Then you progress back down the step to your seat. If you do not wish to have a scroll, put your hands by the side and we won't offer you one. So, card, doff, scroll, back. Easy. Parents, friends and supporters, today is a very special day for all of us. I know that many of you will want to record it via video and photographs and Instagram. Can I ask that you do not stand in the central aisle, as to do this will get in the way of the students as they return to their seats and will block the views of others. At the end of the ceremony, when we move down to the lower lawns for the reception, there will be plenty of opportunity for both formal and informal photography. Can you all please ensure that mobile phones are turned off or on silent, please? Particularly people on that side of the room. Phone silent, please. Today is truly a day to celebrate, and although this is a formal occasion, I would encourage you to share your joy or relief as your daughter or son walks across the stage, and to remember that there will be some students for whom no one is able to be present. So just for today, let's applaud them as if they were our own. Would you all please stand for the entry of the academic procession? Will you please remain standing while the platform party sits?
Good morning. By the authority of the Board of Directors and the Academic Committee, I declare open this congregation for the conferment of academic awards. I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor of Regent's University London, Professor Jeff Smith, to welcome everyone to this graduation ceremony. Please do be seated.
Chancellor, graduands, guests, family, friends, colleagues, it's my pleasure and my privilege as Vice-Chancellor of Regent's University London to welcome you all today to today's graduation ceremony. Thank you for battling the distance and the travel restrictions and the testing regimes to be here with us today. It's much, much appreciated. In fact, it's wonderful and very, very special to be together again to celebrate your achievements with you in person. Of course, celebrating together today has been made so much more momentous, so much more poignant by the tumultuous 18 months we've all of us been through. The loss of life, the unprecedented economic and social disruption, the millions of lives upended, and the millions of livelihoods put at risk. But now, with the light at the end of the tunnel firmly in view, now is the moment for global solidarity and support, particularly for the most vulnerable in our societies, and to begin to build back better, to rethink, reimagine, and to ensure that our new normal is a better and fairer and more sustainable one. So we need you, the Regent's graduates of 2021, to step up, to become the leaders and change makers that we need, whether that's in the new ventures or social enterprises that you launch, or the positions you're going to take up in the family firm, or as entrepreneurs or intrapreneurs in corporate settings, in the world of business or in politics, in your own practices, design studios, in your families and communities. We need Regents, entrepreneurial graduates to help build back better. And as you take up those responsibilities, just pause for a moment to look back at what you've achieved during your time at Regents, all of those deadlines smashed, those moments of self-doubt conquered, and those crises of confidence surmounted. No doubt it's thanks, in part, to the support, practical and emotional, you've received from your loved ones on this side of the room, and the support, academic and pastoral, that you've received from your lecturers and tutors and professional services dotted around the campus here at Regents. But in the end, it's you, yourself, that got it over the line. And given the context, you've shown unbelievable grit, adaptability and courage and resilience. And these are the qualities that we want you to amplify as you graduate into such uncertain times. So let's allow no one to define you as the COVID cohort, that generation of students whose university education was unfortunately interrupted or compromised or blighted by the pandemic. Not a bit of it. Instead, and in truth, you're the cohort that defied it, that looked its challenges straight in the eye and refused to be cowed or defeated by it, responding instead with incredible innovation, ingenuity, and imagination. We're hugely proud of this cohort and will look on with admiration as you continue your journeys and make your marks on the world. Of course, as you graduate from us today, you also join the global community of Regents alumni, those chief executives, founders, entrepreneurs, designers, politicians, influencers, actors, board members, royalty, all doing remarkable things around the world. And I urge you to make the most of the opportunities that membership of this global network offers you. Before I finish, a word on our Chancellor, Lord Michael Hastings, from whom you'll hear a little bit more shortly, whose 5-year term of office comes to an end later next month. He's therefore today presiding over his last Regents University London graduation ceremony. And although the role is a ceremonial one, he's brought body and soul to the task, representing, advocating, batting for Regents at every opportunity, not least through the crisis of the last 18 months, for which I'll personally be forever grateful. So, to our inspiration in chief, I wanted to say a very public thank you. And finally, on behalf of all the staff here at Regents, congratulations again to each and every one of you on your incredible achievement. Thank you.
The silent phone. Chancellor, I call upon Professor Mark Allinson to commence the presentation of graduates from the undergraduate programmes and call upon Dennis Maloney to present the scrolls for the fashion and interior design programmes.
Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the BA Fashion Design programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Jordan Arthur. Yasmin Karamola. Millie Liptrot. Victoria Tabasi. Alhaya Thadani. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the BA Fashion Design Programme. Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the BA Fashion Marketing Programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Kate Allen. Mackenzie Baldridge. Aubrey Benka. Eugenie Cates. Olivia Caldwell. Beatriz Tejudo Rubio. Natalie Gulsted. Kirsten Wellsbeck. Ellen Nordling. Natasha Schlesli-Shorowski. Timothy St. John. Yasmin West. Linnea Wetra. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the BA Fashion Design Programme, Fashion Marketing Programme. Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the BA Interior Design Programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Zainab Al-Nuami. Rawan Baglaf. Nadim El Majou. Sidi Godankar. Henrietta Rostad. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the BA Interior Design programme.
Chancellor, I call upon Dr. Mireille Hebbing to present the scrolls for the acting, film and screen programmes.
Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the BA Acting for Stage and Screen programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Oludare Adeusan. Sophia Fernloff. Sesha Mandozi. Danai Nungurati Saudu. Melissa Osorio Llanos. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the BA Acting for Stage and Screen programme. Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the BA Film and Screen programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Lucia De Bernardini. Darina Martinup. Felicia Holst. Emir Kuliev. Anastasia Maltseva. George Mills. Hannah Seligman. Olivia Sharrock. Nazir Ala Lionel Simmons. Sophia Tromper. Amir Yasufu. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the BA Film and Screen programme. Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the BSc Psychology programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Laura Avellan Martin. Kim Bauer. Ebba Buren. Heidi. Hannah Hallen. Jennifer Carroll. Camille Hunt. Tessa Lange. Yasmin Lankinen. Michael Laurie. Trina Nordestgaard. Jemima Pearson. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the BSc Psychology programme.
Chancellor, I call upon David Hudson to present the scrolls for the Foundation Certificate on Psychotherapy and Counselling.
Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the Foundation Certificate in Psychotherapy and Counselling programme who are today being awarded certificates. Hilda Aronson. Sumayya Ali. Shatha Al-Nuaimi. Andrew Delves. Ain Doggett. Tayani Jerbasi Rodriguez. Elizabeth Jones. Robin Noble. Lawrence Charles Piemonte. Vafa Pirjamali. Tatiana Tana. Pauline Vickers. Rachel Wilmot. Inga Jarki. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Foundation Certificate Psychotherapy and Counselling programme.
Chancellor, I call upon Dennis Maloney to present the scrolls for the MA International Fashion Marketing programme.
Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the MA International Fashion Marketing programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Yashawi Amatya. Salma Buaramri. Shivam Shuan. Shireen Elgomati. Alicia Gross. Rabil Ijaz. Uye Ogosa Martin Irorere. Joanna Krasteva. Anuyin Bat Orig. Leanne Martina Letao. Carla Monaco Scatigno. Ayomide Altayo. Tanya Singh. Ivana Toka. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the MA International Fashion Marketing programme.
Chancellor, I call upon Dr. Mireille Hebbing to present the scrolls for the MA Media and Digital Communications and MA International Relations programmes.
Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the MA Media and Digital Communications programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Kanyinsola Ajide. Puteria Midi Beharim. Sofia Borgström. Liz Freudenberg. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the MA Media and Digital Communications programme. Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the MA International Relations programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Rumaisa Bitash. Hannah Fulps. Safian Khan. Yinying Liangling. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the MA International Relations programme.
Chancellor, I call upon David Hudson to present scrolls for the MSc Psychology and Psychotherapy programmes.
Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the MSc Psychology programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Sirat Garewal. Sofia Likacheva. Danielle Marie-Françoise McGrath. Melissa Sahin. Rayane Satari. Laika Shah. Nora Tolenard Santo. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the MSc Psychology programme. Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the MA Psychotherapy and Counselling programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Farsana Newman. Elizabeth Wooten. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the MA Psychotherapy and Counselling programme. Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the Advanced Diploma in Existential Psychotherapy programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Rhiannon Cordwell. Stephen Gilbert. Shivani Gurang Kundapur. Lian Prosvich. Anne Widra. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Advanced Diploma in Existential Psychotherapy programme. Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the Advanced Diploma in Integrative Psychotherapy programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Jonathan Horton. Parnush Janati. Alexandra Michael. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Advanced Diploma in Integrative Psychotherapy programme.
Chancellor, I call upon Professor Isabel Henton to present scrolls for the postgraduate programmes.
Chancellor, I present to you those candidates from the DPsych Counselling Psychology programme who are today being awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates. Rim Mahood. Nilufar Mersidatibari. Rosie Waterfield. Leela Wildsmith. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the DPsych Counselling Psychology programme.
Chancellor, I call upon Jerry Grayling, Director of Academic Services, to come to the lectern to announce the award winners from today's graduands, and call upon Professor Neve Downing, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, to present the Academic Achievement Awards.
So would the award winners please come to the stage when we call your names? Chancellor, I'm pleased to announce the name of the student who is graduating today as the winner of the Fashion and Design Undergraduate Outstanding Student Award, Sofia Trunova. Chancellor, I'm pleased to announce the name of the student who is graduating today as the winner of the Fashion and Design Postgraduate Outstanding Student Award, Anneke Kim Stuber. Chancellor, I am pleased to announce the name of the student who is graduating today as the winner of the Film, Media and Performance Undergraduate Outstanding Student Award, George Daniel Mills. Chancellor, I'm pleased to announce the name of the student who is graduating today as the winner of the Film, Media and Postgraduate and Performance Postgraduate Outstanding Student Award, Purvi Surana. Chancellor, I'm pleased to announce the name of the student who is graduating today as the winner of the Politics and International Relations Postgraduate Outstanding Student Award, Benjamin Michael McGray. Chancellor, I'm pleased to announce the name of the student who is graduating today as the winner of the Psychology Undergraduate Outstanding Student Award, Hannah Linnea Josephine Hallen. Chancellor, I'm pleased to announce the name of the student who is graduating today as the winner of the Psychology Postgraduate Outstanding Student Award, Emma Exnerova. Chancellor, I'm pleased to announce the name of the student who is graduating today as the winner of the Psychotherapy Outstanding Student Award, Elizabeth Wooten. Chancellor, I'm pleased to announce the name of the student who is graduating today as the winner of the DPsych Counselling Psychology Outstanding Student Award, Layla Ruth Waldsmith.
Chancellor, I call upon Kevin Maxwell, alumnus of Regent's University London, to address the ceremony.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, academic staff, class of 2021, friends and family, welcome to the alumni community. It wasn't that long ago, in 2015, that I was sitting where you are now, and a lot has happened since. Studying at Regent's was no grand scheme of mine, it happening by chance. Some time ago, I used to be a police detective, serving in both Manchester and London, but it wasn't a career where I could be myself and be my best. I was sitting on the tube one day when I saw an article in the Evening Standard newspaper about a course at Regent's. It was about a new master's in writing for screen and stage at the School of Film, Media and Performance. I was intrigued. Since an early age, I'd always had an interest in the arts, from theatre school, studying film and media at college, and media performance at university. I'm still not sure why I joined the police, but maybe it was for the drama. I applied for the Masters at Regent's, and after an interview with the head of school was successful. I was about to embark on a new journey into writing. Very early on in the course, I remember one of my lecturers, John Foster, saying that whilst we were studying and beyond, we should write each day. It didn't matter what we wrote, as long as we wrote. Growing up as a child in a British inner city, writing was never a dream of mine. So I'd never studied a craft apart from attending school, of course, but I was keen to learn and to see if it was something I could be good at. I started a blog. I wasn't quite sure what to write about, so I began writing about my experiences of home delivery. It was meant to be tongue-in-cheek, but many people started to read it, and I thought, maybe I'm not too bad at this writing. I developed into the social issues close to my heart: race, sexuality, and mental health. I wrote hundreds of blogs with thousands upon thousands of visitors, along with the university student newspaper and alumni magazine. A national newspaper editor read one of my blogs and asked if I'd like to write an opinion piece, and so I did. This then started my writing for national newspapers and magazines, including The Guardian and The Independent. It was from here that I thought I'd further try my luck and write a book about my experiences in the police as a black gay officer from a northern English working class city. It was a story I thought people might want to read. After a pitch to the book publisher Granta, a book deal was signed and my first book published, with a second edition in May of this year. The Booker Prize-winning author Bernardine Evaristo reading and endorsing my debut. Even a global pandemic didn't stop me in my tracks, being invited to take part in various events, mainly online of course, on television and radio. In June, Her Majesty the Queen awarded me an MBE for my first book, Forced Out for Services to Diversity Through Literature, a surreal moment. This was followed by being shortlisted for the Polare First Book Prize, dedicated to LGBT plus writers. And now I'm working on my second book. All that said, I stand here before you as a graduate, still very much part of the Regents family, with the same, if not more, passion and motivation in my heart as I did when I sat where you are now, and about to join the alumni community. My goal is to see the screenplay I wrote at Regents on the big screen, once more, sharing my words with the world. But like I've learned through all my writing endeavours, this will only happen with hard work and a bit of luck. No one can guarantee what awaits you after today as you leave Regents, but you can feel reassured that you'll be part of a network of 22,000 alumni like myself, all doing their bit to make this world that little bit better. When you leave here today, your path to your goal might divert, but you've got to keep on keeping on until you get to where you want to, knowing that Regents University London has given you a great grounding to do just that. Thank you and good luck, class of 2021.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, faculty, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, our ceremony is drawing to a close. It's been a special day, one that we'll remember for years to come. We've heard many words of thanks, of inspiration and hope for the future. There have been many people involved in supporting you in your journey to be here today. And I want to focus on two sets of those. One are the people you see on this side of the auditorium, your friends and family who've been there to support you. The second are the academic and professional service staff who've supported you through the years to get you to this place. And in a moment, I'm going to give you an opportunity to thank both of them. I cannot let us finish this ceremony without asking all graduates to stand, turn and face your families and friends and say thank you. And now I would invite the whole room to rise to thank the people you see on the platform and around the room who've supported you to here. So, thank you. Can I ask you to sit, please? This is the most power I have all year. It's great fun. In a moment or two, I shall invite the Chancellor to close the ceremony. After this, please can we ask you to remain where you are and stand while the platform party leaves. We'll then ask the graduates to follow the platform party out, starting from the front row. We will then invite you to make your way down to the lower lawns where refreshments are available, and we hope that you enjoy the opportunity to see fellow graduates and staff after so long a time. Chancellor, can I invite you to return to the lectern to close today's ceremony?
Well, what a moment of significance. You've reached the point where there is true recognition for everything you've put your effort towards. And now you step into you don't know what. All your plans last year were upended. None of us knew what was coming, and we felt great uncertainty. But you triumphed, and here we are today. If there's only one thing you can be certain of from tomorrow, is you can't be certain of anything. So brace yourselves. The great Soviet leader Vladimir Ilyich Lenin said at the turn of the 20th century, there are decades when nothing happens, and then there are weeks where decades happen. Times in our lives where we cannot predict, and the momentous events overwhelm us. There are always qualities that are necessary for how you'll prepare. Probably the most important of those qualities is courage. The British war leader Winston Churchill said that courage is the first of all human qualities because it guarantees every other one. And the American leader of forces against the Japanese reflected on courage like this: a true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. He or she does not set out to be a leader, but becomes one by the quality of their actions and the integrity of their intent. In just 9 days' time, the woman recognized as probably the greatest leader of Europe in modern times will stand down. 16 years on, Angela Merkel's term as Chancellor of Germany will end. It's not always been easy. Probably noted more than any other moment was her decision 5 years ago to receive 1 million Syrian refugees into Germany. Contentious, deliberate, painful, courageous. In today's times, a survey of European leaders from the 27 remaining members of the EU positions Angela Merkel as the leader of choice. This hardly spoken biochemist from East Germany. 4 German leaders of major industries in the last week have posted the same tweet about her. 3 members of the German parliament have posted the same tweet about her. So let me read it, because it tells you everything you want to know. Servant leader in action. The leader of possibly the world's largest, strongest economy, Mrs. Angela Merkel, coming back from the market with her husband. She is Chancellor of Germany, a country that exports $1,550 billion worth of goods a year. Yet Merkel receives no free state service, no housing, no electricity, no gas, no water, no free phone from Germany's budget. And this woman has the same rights and duties as any other German citizen. She does her shopping, pays for her groceries, and if she gets a ticket, she pays for it out of her own pocket. A press reporter once shouted to her, "Remember, I took a picture of you in the same dress 10 years ago." She replied, "I have a mission to serve the German people, not to be a model." What kind of courageous leader might you become? Almost exactly 59 years ago, and of course I remember it, the then President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, made a speech at Rice University in Texas. He was reflecting on his announcement a year earlier that within 9 years, America would put a man on the moon. Remembering that when he made the announcement, nobody at NASA had a clue what to do. Nobody knew how to achieve it. Nobody knew what technology would be required. Nobody knew where the date would ever come. But Kennedy reflected a year later on his decision, and he said this: "We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade, and we choose to do other things, not because they're easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and to measure the best of our energy and our skills, because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one that we're unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win." Well, as you know, he never saw the moment. He was assassinated. But he set a course for America, and now, interestingly, for the world, as people contend for space that required indelible courage. I spent some time recently in a small garden in East London. Recorded there, bizarrely, are thousands of examples of people over history who've been remarkably, unknowingly courageous. What's interesting when you get the chance to look at their attributes as signaled in tiles, they are fascinating stories. It's just near St. Paul's Cathedral. If you fancy a look, it's an interesting little garden to measure up to how you yourself behave. I'll give you just 4 of them to show you the photographs I took at the time. John Cranmer Cambridge, age 23, a clerk in the London County Council, who was drowned near Ostend while saving the life of a stranger and a foreigner on August the 8th, 1901. Henry James Bristow, aged 8, at Walthamstow in East London, December the 30th, 1890. Saved his little sister's life by tearing off her flaming clothes, but caught fire himself and died of burns and shock. Mary Rogers, stewardess of the Stella boat, March the 30th, 1899, self-sacrificed by giving up her lifebelt and voluntarily going down in the sinking ship. And Frederick Alfred Croft, inspector, age 31, saved a mentally ill woman from suicide at Woolwich, Arsenal Station, but was then himself run over by the train, January the 11th, 1878. Great people of courage, some well-known heroes, some the unknown, just etched into the side of a wall. As you step forward, every day you and I face the same challenge. You have accolades of academic achievement. I'm proud of you. You should be proud of you. Your families are proud of you. Regents is proud of you. But this is only your beginning. The next days, the next months, the next years will be full of learning what you do not know. And one thing you can guarantee about that is there is more that you do not know than you know. So set yourself a course of courageous intent, courageous character, courageous deliberation, courageous office, to make up your mind that whatever role you occupy, you do it with fullness of heart. Yes, this is for me the last of 17 graduations at Regent's University London. I've enjoyed every one of them, some slightly cooler than others, and some slightly more relaxed than others, but each one a treasure to see thousands of young men and women transfer into the next phase of growing. But the one thought I want to leave with you, and I've mentioned it at each graduation this week, all of us only become courageous when we discover our voice. Not when we're content, satisfied, sitting back. We've done it. Life is all for us. That is not life. That's indulgence. In 1946, Martin Niemöller, a philosopher, a German thinker, wrote these words at the tail end of the Second World War. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. And then they came for me, and I did not speak out, and there was no one left to speak for me. I wish you every abundant success, every great opportunity, and every hard challenge. May you choose the things you don't want to do. May you do the things other people say you shouldn't. May you excel with your mind and your being. So I now declare closed this congregation for the conferment of academic awards. I'm delighted to say that you are now graduates of Regent's University London. Many, many congratulations to all of you.